G'day guys and welcome back to the channel. I'm Chris the Ultimate Recycler. We're in the emergency storage shed. We're up to episode 176 and we're going to make some headway straight up this week. The timber box next to me, we emptied that out last week. That box is just going to go. It needs a very quick repair. I'll show you that in a second. Then we're going to go down to the next shelf and we have a pretty cool old advertising clock. So let's have a look. So timber boxes usually sell pretty well. This one isn't anything special. It's not really an advertising box. It's more just a machinery crate. It has got a board at the bottom that's broken. It's pretty dirty. I'm just going to take it outside, give it a hose off, and if I can find a piece of wood just to replace that missing piece, it'll take a couple of minutes to do, and then we might get $10, $15 for the box, as you know, perhaps a wood box or somewhere to put your shoes outside the back door of the house, something like that. People do buy old boxes and it's too good to break up and burn, and that will clean off the top of this shelf. Now the next shelf has some interesting stuff. There's looks like a 1920s era radio. Don't know what I'm going to do with that. We'll probably look at that next week. This week we're going to look at this Champion spark plug advertising clock. It's in very rough condition. I don't remember where it came from. We'll take it through to the bench and give it a bit of an appraisal and see what we're going to do with it. Okay, it looks like a bit of dry rot. That's okay. But this one's gone all soft, yeah. So it's not insect damage, it's not borer. It's just dry rot, which is fine. So I think we'll just take that board off. Yeah, it's actually quite brittle. The others are strong enough. We're not going to go to too much trouble here. I'll probably find a piece of pellet wood or something, just cut it to length and nail it in with some rusty nails, and it'll do the job. Okay, I found a board that's the right size. I had to cut it down, slightly the wrong colour, but that doesn't matter. It will be fine. I was going to reuse the old nails, but they're rusted so close to breaking. In fact, one of them broke as I got it out, so they're not going to last. I don't like using shiny ones, but they'll be okay. Now, I was taught years ago to tap the nail in a couple of times upside down before you hammer it in, and it stops the wood splitting. Now, I don't know the science behind that, but it does seem to work. So if you know why, let me know. I'm guessing maybe punching down into the timber allows a little bit that isn't stressed and it doesn't split, or whether you actually blunt the point and that stops it splitting. Don't know. All I know is that that's what I was taught and it seems to work. Alternatively, you could drill a couple of pilot holes, but that will do for fixing this box anyway. There we go, just needs a bit of a wash. Okay, here we go. It is a Champion's spark plug advertising clock. It's original, but it's in very rough condition. We're not under any illusions here that this is ready to go. The hands are bent. The good thing is the ceramic, or not the ceramic, the acrylic dial is actually not cracked, which is probably the best thing, because once that cracks and they get quite brittle over the years, you can't do a lot with them. And that one actually looks in very good condition. I reckon that clock face itself would probably be worth a few $100s, just purely because it's undamaged. The advertising's great. The hands can be fixed. Hopefully they're a bit twisted, but you'll see it's also a light. It's mains powered, original cord, has 2 light fittings, and the clock is a mains clock, and the cover's off it, and it looks really bad, but it might be salvageable. It's going to be a great piece to fix up. I think I might be keen to put this aside and do it up properly over time. If I was to sell it as it is, I would think probably a couple of $100. But going, I think something like this, given that it's a light as well and it's original and the acrylic is undamaged, I would think in good condition this would be at least a $500 piece of advertising. It would date to the 60s, maybe even 50s. It's a metal surround. It's got a hanger there. It's got Bakelite fittings. I'd say the cord's original, maybe 60s. It's got a plastic piece over the back. I don't know if that's original. Not sure on that. But yeah, it's a great piece out of an early garage. These would have only been in workshops and garages. They wouldn't have been available to the general public. And obviously the owner was a champion dealer, spark plug dealer. So there we go, great piece. Let's have a better look at it. I'll put it down and we'll get the camera a bit closer. So this video won't be a restoration. We'll save that for when I retire and I have a bit of time, but I think it's a really nice piece to do up. The hands have been totally mangled. So the red second hand, it's folded over this end, not back on itself. I think that's aluminium, whereas the other hands, the hour hand and the minute hand, are steel. They're not quite as bad. But I'm sure we can bring them back into shape or fabricate something to replace them. But I'm just very pleased that the dial is in good condition. The original artwork, it's not overly faded. Now on the back, let's have a closer look. I don't think we're really going to hurt the hands by resting it on them. They probably can't get any worse. So the light fittings are not a problem. They're easy, and I've got plenty of those. So they'll actually look okay, but that's easy to do. The actual metal frame is fine. I mean, it's a little dented in places, but we can straighten that up. That's an easy fix. We could repaint that. I think the biggest challenge of this repair or restoration is this movement. Obviously, there's a wire off there straight away. That just needs soldering on. But the movement itself is rusty. There's a little electric motor there. I would like to hope that the windings are okay in that. They probably should be. I think more the issue is that... Oh, we've got some reflection going on. Hang on. If we look closely at the wheels of the clock itself, and I'll try and zoom in here. I'm not getting a very good focus on that, I don't think. The wheels in the actual clock movement look very rusty, and the teeth may even be a bit damaged, so we may not be able to restore that. I don't know. I'm certainly going to give it a go, but that will be later on. That will be future Chris's problem, or enjoyment, restoration of a nice original Champions advertising clock. I will put that away somewhere safe for now. And let's go and see what else is on that shelf. Yes, this early radio. So, I don't know that we can do a lot with this one. It's not in very good condition either. Let's get the camera closer and check this out. Now, these are very early radios. I believe they're 1920s. You don't get much earlier. And it looks like there's a piece broken off the bottom of that. This one's still got... Oh, it still actually turns. So that's some sort of tuner. I've got some knobs. It looks like some sort of... I don't think it's Bakelite. Not sure what material that is. And these... I don't know if they were commercially made and sold as you would buy a radio later in the 1900s. I think they may have even been kits. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I don't know if they were branded. I'm not sure what's going on here. That looks to have frequencies on it. I don't really understand how these ones worked. Is there a valve missing from there? Bit of old newspaper. Oh, it's a crossword. There's a rag in here. Oh, there's some parts. Oh, that's actually attached. Some sort of control in there. And that's a knob from somewhere. The coils have been damaged. So, look, the wiring's all had it. I think this would be, I'm not even sure what to go with that valve is. It doesn't look right. It's got an adapter on the bottom of it. Oh no, that's just a socket. 4-pin valve. So these are very primitive radios. I don't know if they operated on a shortwave or a medium wave. I don't know if they can be successfully used and pick up anything broadcasted today. I'm honestly not sure. The variable capacitors here have brass segments. There's some sort of brand name on that. So it might be worth some money for parts. That's a wire wound variable resistor. Nice old tuning capacitor there as well. The coils are going to be copper wire. I don't know that they're salvageable. Some of the little extra bits, the transformers, might well be quite valuable. They've got brass plaques on the top. We might clean them up and see what they say. The valves themselves, that valve doesn't feel like it's any good. No, it's coming apart. Well, it is apart. Oh, it may be salvageable. You could possibly solder the wires back to the base. So I don't know what we're going to do with this. I think probably the best thing would be just to clean it up, blow the dust off it, maybe look at selling parts off it. Maybe it would have a market as it is on its own. I mean, that's quite a nice Bakelite tuning mechanism, and that still works. I'll have to do a bit of checking. I'm not going to keep this and try and fix it up myself. It's a bit beyond my knowledge, and I mean, probably would enjoy learning all about them and working out how to fix it up. But whether, as I said, whether you can even use these things these days, I don't know. I'll have to do some checking. I have another similar one that actually someone has reconstructed in a Perspex case. I'll show you a photo of that. It was given to me in the e-waste, can you believe it? And yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one either. So anyway, they're really interesting, but I'm not sure. I don't think I should put them aside as projects. I think they'll just take up space and I'd never get to them. But whether I'll sell it in parts or just sell it complete, let's clean these little badges up and see what they say on top of these transformers. Okay, it looks like that one says AWA Super Audio Transformer. They both seem to say the same. And this is some sort of coil, and I think it says far and near, always clear. Great slogan. And I think that's number of turns on each particular winding. So that may be quite a valuable piece on its own. The transformers might be worth a bit. I'll do some checking, work out what I'm going to do with this. Certainly interesting. So now it's the next morning and I've had a bit of a clean up here. It presents a lot better. Blew out all the dust, got rid of most of the wasps' nests. There's some value in parts here, and AI suggested that these AWA transformers, Australian made, late 1920s apparently, could be worth up to $50 each to the right buyer. There's going to be some value in the tuning capacitors. I did see one or two online at about $20 or $30. The variable wire round resistor there is going to be of some value. The valves, I've just poked this one in, the wires are broken, but it probably could be fixed. They do have some value if they test okay. I don't know about this part, and the controls at the front, well, certainly the unbroken one is going to be of some value. But I don't think I'll part it out. I think I possibly would make a bit of money over time. I would need to eBay this stuff, and I don't have time for that at the moment. And then I'm kind of left with a bulk lot of stuff that's of low value. And it's hard to find the right people. I mean, eBay is probably the best option. I did not find any of these transformers anywhere for sale or sold, which tells me that they are rare, and if someone wants one, they'd be happy to pay pretty good money. Of course, they need to test okay. There's a pretty good chance they would. But I'm going to put this whole thing in the shop for $50 as it is, as a parts donor. If someone's ambitious enough to fix it up, well, good luck to them. I'm going to include all the bits and pieces there, the knob that's rolling around, and the wiring. We didn't look underneath. There's not much to it, is there? Little bit of point-to-point wiring and that weird control in the middle. So $50 for a late 1920s radio. I couldn't see a brand on it. I suspect it was a home kit model. There were a few branded radios from back in the day. I think Atwater Kent was one of them. RCA perhaps. And they did come in a coffin-shaped timber box, so they weren't just presented like this. Maybe the kit form ones just came like this, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a cool piece to have in the shop. We'll try and get 50 for it. So a bit of a shorter video this week. We have made a lot of space here, and I think we might just finish emptying off this shelf here. All this is a box of brackets, steel shelf brackets. Though I think that's all they are actually, shelf brackets. I don't have any need for those, I don't think, so they could probably go to the shop at $5 a lot and see if anyone needs them. Otherwise they can go in the scrap metal bin. And there's a loose box here. Is it a jewellery box or something? I don't know if there's anything in it. Actually, it looks like a box you'd find a tankard in it, like a pewter mug or something. No, it's not. It's just a box. All right, we'll take that to the shop, put $5 on that. Someone might have a use for that. And that will clean off that shelf. So we're getting really through this stuff quickly. Next week we will certainly look at that flip clock. I had someone in the comments mention that. Very interesting looking clock, possibly from a railway station or a school or some sort of public building. And I'm really keen to plug it in to see if it works. So thanks for joining me for another episode in the emergency storage shed. We've only got $55, maybe $60 worth out of this lot, but we have got a really cool project for the future. I'm thinking to keep it out of my road, I might hang it up where that clock is up there now. That one's been going great. The one I had at the shop, similar to that, has actually sold just recently, so I will take that one to the shop. We may as well hang the Champion one up there, so you'll see it in the background for a long time to come, because it's going to be a fair while before I get to it. Apologies if anyone really wanted to buy it, but it's something that I just can't let go at this stage. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.